So Romans 12:21 says, "Be not overcome of evil, but overcome evil with good." And this is how do you live that verse if like the evil that is facing your life is, I don't know, sitting in the next office or in the next cubicle, or lives just one door down from you. And what do you do when a coworker tries to sabotage, or a classmate tries to ruin your reputation, spreading gossip about you, or the neighbor is, I don't know, doing something to your garden or whatever. So our normal response is to strike back, gather allies, and defend my ego. And I don't know, if they are aggressive, then be more aggressive than they are. And if they are scheming, then be more scheming than they are. You understand, you know what I'm talking about. But if I do that, then the verse says that I have been overcome by evil already, because I'm using their evil methods to fight back against them. And then evil has already won inside of you. And I stepped out of the spirit and into what they are in that same MO, and that's how now I function. And I remember reading this quote from Charles Spurgeon once. He said, I wonder if I can quote it precisely, but it was something like, "An anvil breaks a host of hammers," or something of the sort. What does it mean? Does the anvil attack the hammer? No, it just sits there, and it's just the weight is just sturdy, and it is exactly what it was meant to be. And that's kind of my point. Eventually, those hammers, they just break, because they are not that strong. And I'm thinking of Joseph in Genesis 39. After his boss's wife wanted to lay with him, and he said no, she went to her husband and said that he tried to rape her. So there was a lie, and he was thrown into prison for it as a slave. So it was pretty bad. Joseph did not, did not start a campaign against her or against his boss. He didn't write a big memoir defending his honor or something. Instead, he was just being who he was, okay? He just kept staying who God meant him to be. He just kept operating in the spirit. He was interpreting dreams, taking care of business inside the prison as he was given the task. And eventually, he was vindicated. Eventually, the accusation broke, the hammer broke, and the anvil, Joseph, he stayed who he was. He wasn't perfect, but he did not waste time fighting evil with evil. And I just want to encourage you that you may you may think, and I have felt this way many times, I'm not Joseph, like I'm not that great of a guy, I'm not that great of a believer. But the important point is that the Holy Spirit and the good of the Holy Spirit, maybe I should speak about that certain point, but the good of the Holy Spirit, is your density, your sturdiness as an anvil. Of course, we become anxious in those situations, and we think the enemy controls our destiny. But it's so important that we need to understand that God knows what He's doing in our lives. And so I just want to encourage you, no matter who is throwing some accusation, whatever hammer is coming your way, don't worry about that. But just take a breath and remember, who are you called to be by God? Who are you meant to be in your gifts, in your call? And just do that. Just live that. And eventually it's gonna become clear and obvious that they were in the wrong. You do not defeat them by out scheming them, out aggressive in them. That's not a word, sorry. But you remain who you are and you outlast them in integrity and walking with God. That's a great answer for evil. God bless you.